My name is Sten Gavronski, and I'm going to talk to you about Aitoldyou, a solution that we've developed specifically for the logistics industry. Now, with logistics industry, we've seen that there's still a lot of outdated systems in use, outdated practices, there's low efficiency and low margins. And sadly, still pen and paper are king. But we've also noticed that only 10% of companies are ready to change. With Aitoldyou, we believe that we can speed this process up. The solution itself is divided into several components. We start with quote and book, which is an easy way for customers to hand in their requests on your website, and it automatically is routed to the responsible persons. Churn management with automated warnings, sales automation in general, where bookings and quotes are sent out automatically, customer behavior analytics, detailed predictions of the future, which I'm going to be mentioning or talking about a little bit later. The first step, quote and book. Now, this is a great tool with spot quotes and spot customers. What we've seen in the logistics industry is that a lot of companies were avoiding spot customers previously. The reason behind that was it was too much hassle. With each spot customer, there's too much back and forth emails, and the shipments themselves are a little bit unpredictable. So the companies were preferring long-term contracts. With Aitoldyou, we've automated the process and made spot customers as easy to handle as long-term customers. Here's a little screenshot of the solution or the book and quote part from the sales rep side, where you can see the list of all the requests that have come in, which have been handled, where an offer has been sent out, and which offers or which requests or offers have already been accepted by the customer. I also wanted to stop by and go through a little case study that we've done with DSV Estonia. They handle around 300,000 shipments yearly, or 6,000 shipments weekly. And from that, around 1,300 were spot quotes requests. Their average hit rate before we started with Aitoldyou was around 40%, or 500 shipments. But they wanted to increase that. And with Aitoldyou, they were able to raise that to 80%. So 500 high margin shipments weekly in addition. And I wanted to point out high margin, because spot quotes are higher margin than long-term contracts. After we've implemented quote and book, we started with auto pricing. But that was only in cases where there were predefined rules. So, for instance, predefined traffic routes, Germany to Estonia or Estonia to Germany. If there is 1 to 5 pallets with a specified weight and specified dimensions, and when there were no conditions on temperature or other special requirements. Those quotes were sent out automatically. And that saved a lot of time, both on the company side and from the customer side. We also implemented churn monitoring to see when and why customers are leaving your services. And with the data that we got from the requests, or with the structured data, we could see, or we can already see where there is a deviation in behavior, customer behavior, and we can start or notify your sales rep. They can contact the customer and find out what the reasons behind it, and also try to convince them to do otherwise. Here's a little example of a customer graph, where we see that the successful shipments are the green columns, and the red ones are shipments where the customer actually handed in the request, but didn't actually ship with you. So that probably went to your competition, and that's lost sales, which could have come to you if you find out what the reasons behind it is. Now, the prediction part. Once we've structured all the data that is coming in from your customers, we can start seeing patterns in your customer behavior. And from those patterns, we can start predicting short periods of time. So, for instance, a week. Imagine when your sales rep are coming in on Monday, and they have already the shipments for the whole week predicted with an 80% of accuracy. That saves a lot of time, and there's clear, defined processes that have to be done without having to do a lot of manual work. Because there's a well-known fact, it is 7 times more expensive to find new customers than it is to keep existing ones. Here's a little screenshot of what I mean by predictions. Here we have a list of customers with the accuracy of, or where we can see the accuracy of the predictions themselves, and where we see a downtrend or uptrend in the customer shipment amount, and which customers should be contacted and which customers behave the usual way. Now, the results of Aitoldyou where we've implemented this is that we've seen a rise in spot sales, about 30%, 70% reduction in churn, and 100% transparency in sales. And what we've also seen, we didn't come up with these numbers, these are handed in from our customers. We've seen also a revenue return on cost almost by 30 times. That means every euro you spend, you get 30 back. Thank you for your time. This was an introduction to Aitoldyou. I would gladly schedule a demonstration time with you and show you how Aitoldyou can apply it to your business and where it would bring the most value. Here are my information on the slide, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.